Very good evening to all of you. Before I start this meeting, can I ask all of you to stand up? Let's have something different. Yes, very good. Great. As you know, yoga, acupuncture, all this gives us good health. Let's start this meeting with a good applause. We will clap for just 1 minute continuously so that it gives us energy. Great to see everybody in the field. Great. I, on behalf of Falcon Toastmaster Club, as well as Senthamil Solvender Peravai Club, welcome you to this 449th as well as 67th meeting of these two clubs who have come here amalgamated to have one of the best meetings. Before I give this platform and introduce the president of Falcons, let me give you some ground rules. Wherever possible, you can please mute your mic, and whenever you need to speak, show the reaction button and so on, so that whoever is in the control will give an opportunity and ask you to unmute yourself and speak. Secondly, please keep your videos on so that it gives energy to the person who is speaking, and you will really feel that he's talking to some individuals who are witnessing it. Third, for those of you who are new to Toastmasters, in Toastmasters, we try to avoid speaking subject related to sex, politics, and religion. Toastmaster as a club mission. Now, I would like to read the club mission for you, and it is there in the agenda for those people who want to read it. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this note, I once again welcome all of you, all the guys who have come here, and I'm going to give this platform, a virtual platform, to an energetic, I have seen him in all the clubs wherever I go, and wherever he goes, I try to follow him. He is a very young Toastmaster. In my, what I have heard about him is, he's just a Toastmaster for last 1.5 years, since February 2020 is there, but his main passion is Toastmaster, though it is not his profession. He's been a member, he is a member of 5 different clubs, and he tries to grab all the and every opportunity to learn something new. Please help me welcome the president of Falcons Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Pitambara Nair, to the stage. Over to you, president of Falcon Toastmaster Club. And by the way, I forgot to introduce myself. I am your Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Murli Manohar. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you once again, DTM Murli Manohar, the Sergeant at Arms of Senthamil Club. And today we are creating history. History in the month of Toastmasters history. But before I move to that, with the permission of Toastmaster Marithu Pandian, may I declare the meeting number 449 and 67, 449 of Falcon Toastmasters Club and meeting number 67 of Senthamil Toastmasters Club into order. Toastmaster Marithu Pandian.
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Meeting number 449 of Falcon Toastmasters Club and meeting number 67 of Senthamil Toastmasters Club call to order. VPE of Falcon was with me on finalizing the agenda along with Toastmaster Marithu Pandian, the president of Senthamil Club. So may I ask VPE Falcon that any changes in the published agenda?
Well, President, we have received apologies from some of our members at the last minute, especially VPPR. Rizwan Haris will not be able to join. Rest of the agenda, it can be adopted. There is no changes in the published agenda.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, VPE Falcon. So can someone propose for that adoption of the agenda? Either side, one is.
Hello, this is Distinguished Toastmaster Murli Manohar. I recommend to the changes, whatever has been recommended. I would like to pass this as a motion.
DTM Murli Manohar, there is no change in the agenda. Only there was an apology received from a member.
Okay.
Otherwise, there is
Okay,
no change in the
let's go ahead with the agenda as it is, and I would like someone else to second it.
I, DTM Ponsagar Pandian, I second this
Thank you.
proposal to
Thank you very
adopt the
much.
agenda.
Thank you very much, DTM Murli Manohar and DTM Ponsagar Pandian. So the agenda is adopted. Since it is a joint meeting, I wish we all get introduced. Though we know some certain faces, but still not just limited to the guest alone. Let us introduce. So I wish to start from the sequence. What I am seeing on my screen, that is from the left, I can see our Area 9 Director, Toastmaster Sijo Anani. Toastmaster Sijo Anani.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I am Toastmaster Sijo Anani. I am the Area 9 Director, which this meeting is held today. I am very pleased to have this special meeting organized by Falcon and Senthamil Toastmasters. Welcome all the members, guests to this special meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Area 9 Director, Toastmaster Sijo Anani. Next, I can see Toastmaster Adira Menon. Toastmaster Adira Menon. Can you quickly move to Toastmaster Balamurugan, please?
Good evening all. Thank you, President, Falcon Toastmasters. My name is Balamurugan. I am President of Senthamil Solvendar Mandram. I'm very happy to be part of this meeting and I wish all the best for the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. DTM Murli.
Okay, thank you very much. I am Murli Manohar. I am the Area 28 Director. I'm also a member of so many clubs. I'm here as the Sergeant at Arms for Senthamil Solvendar Peravai. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, DTM Murli. DTM Guhanathan.
Yeah, I'm Toastmaster Guhanathan, member of Taska Toastmasters and Sergeant Arms and Senthamil Toastmasters Club. And then I think you are aware, I'm the past area toll director.
Yes.
Now, I'm happy to see you all after this COVID and all. Now, I'm eager to see the meeting, how it goes. Let me see.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, DTM Guhanathan. DTM Ponsagar Pandian. Wish to hear from you as well.
Mr. President, I am DTM Ponsagar Pandian and the Treasurer of Senthamil Solvendar Peravai. Also, I am a TI appointed Tamil language reviewer. I am very happy to join with you today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have Area 12 Director, Toastmaster Ravi Mara. Would you mind introduce yourself?
Hi, good evening. Myself, Toastmaster Ravi Marat. I am the current Area 12 Director and a member of PG of Toastmasters. And this is a new moment and I am very much eager to watch and enjoy this meeting. All the best. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster V. Mara. Toastmaster Killer.
Good evening, everybody. I think, am I audible? Yes.
Yes, very much.
Thank you so much, President. I am Killer, DTM Killer, Waliagat, VP Education of Falcon Toastmaster. And I was Area 12 Director for the term 2020 and 21. I'm so eager and excited to see merging different culture and coming out with a great outcome today. Back to you, President.
Thank you very much. Now here come our president of the co-club, Toastmaster Maridu Pandian. Please, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, President Toastmaster Pidampuran. Peravai and VP membership of Tasca Toastmasters Club. And wish you all the best and have a good, great evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Maridu Pandian. Next is DTM Hisham Jifri.
Good evening, everybody. It's really nice to be with these three great clubs, and to a great degree, it feels like I'm coming home. So it's very nice to be part of this historic meeting. My name is Hisham. My home club is the Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters, and it's a real pleasure to be with you today and to present a small workshop on table topics as well. I wish you all the best. Thank you for having me. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, DTM Hisham. We are so eager to hear from you. We are actually learning from the legend today. Toastmaster Soypol. I think Toastmaster Soypol is not there. Toastmaster Gopidas.
I'm here, but I'm driving.
Okay.
Thank you, Toastmasters. This is a wonderful meeting. I would like to many times. I would like to participate. However, this is the time, and this is a great meeting. I know this is the great table topics champion, district champion, many times champion. Our Hisham Jifri is going to give us good workshop, and we will enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster Gopidas.
Good evening and Vanakkam.
Good evening.
President Falcon Toastmasters Club and Senthamil Toastmasters, all the Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters and guests. I went to Rameshwaram. I saw 2C is merging. After that, I'm seeing here 2 excellent club members are merging. Very happy, and I'm very nice to be part of with you all. I want to improve my better listening, better thinking, and better speaking skills. I'm ready for that. Back to President.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. In fact, it is not just 2 oceans joining today. We have the support of rest of the 2 oceans in our area. That is KCA Toastmasters Club and Tamayus Toastmasters Club. So it's a co-effort of all these clubs. But of course, the main initiative was between Falcon and Senthamil Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Lakshmi Nathan. Not there. Toastmaster Jomol. You are muted. Yeah.
Hello, good evening to one and all. I'm Toastmaster Jomol, growing Falcon of Falcon. Very happy to be a part of it. Very excited to see the unique meeting of today. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jomol. Yes, we have a friend joining from South Africa, DTM Cage.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, wherever you may be. Let me just switch on my camera. And in a few seconds, you can see me, and then you see me now. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, wherever you may be. I'm very excited to be here, of course. Can't wait to see what is going to be happening in the next hour. I am quite excited. Thank you so much for having me, and congratulations to, I know there's a DTM from Falcon, someone who just became a DTM. Congratulations to you. Very excited. Welcome to the club. Thank you so much. I see my area directors here. Of course, I see my president is here from KCA Toastmasters. We're excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DTM Cage. We have Area 31 Director, Toastmaster Ginny Johara. Toastmaster Ginny.
Hello, good evening to everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for the invite, keeping the link in the bio in Toastmasters so that I could attend this meeting. I wish all the best, and I'm waiting to hear from DTM Hisham Jeffrey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, DTM. Thank you, Toastmaster Ginny, for joining with us. We have DTM Mona. DTM Mona, could you please introduce?
Yes, hi, good evening, Mr. President, fellow Toastmaster. Mr. Parantram is a new member in our club, BET, but I'm now seeing him as the president of the club. This is a surprise for me. Nice to attend your meeting. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Oh, I was thinking this is Tamayu's president. This is my fellow clubmate in BET, Toastmaster Mona Abdullah. Thank you, Mona, for joining with us. And now I think I have introduced all. There is a Vivo 2015. I don't know who it is. Toastmaster Hridya, you are the last left, I think.
We can't hear you. Can we?
Hello.
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I am Hridya Pitambare. This is the Circular Terms of the Falcon Toastmasters Club. I'm super excited for this meeting, and I wish this meeting would be a very memorable evening. Thank you. Back to you, President.
Thank you. And we have our Area 15 Director, Toastmaster Srijit Raja. Toastmaster Srijit.
Yes.
Would you please introduce?
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. President. This is Srijit Raja with you. I'm the Area 15 Director, member of Palakkad and Falcons as well. So thank you. And I'm looking forward to an exciting table topic session by DTM Hisham Jeffrey. And also, if luck favors me, I would like to participate in the table topic speeches as well. Thank you. And back to you, Mr. President.
You are a member of the Senthamil as well.
We have Toastmaster Anbarasan.
Seeing you here.
Anbarasan. Would you please introduce? I think Toastmaster Anbarasan is not there. Fine, I may request now our co-host to look into that. Anyone is joining in the waiting room, please admit them. So, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, I am Anbarasan.
Yes.
From Toastmaster from Muthamil Sondamantam, VP Education President. A very wonderful meeting. Thank you very much again to the TMOD.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Anbarasan. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said in the very beginning, we are creating history today. Toastmasters International just completed 97 years of its existence, and 2 days after that, 2 clubs merged here with the support of another 2 clubs to make history again. We are stepping into the time of contest. Then we discussed with the area director and suggested to have a session especially for the uphill task in Toastmasters contest. And we got someone who can enlighten us today. Toastmasters International is an organization which started in 1924 on October 22nd. The first meeting was held on 22nd of October 1924, and we completed 97 years. Over this period of 97 years, millions of individuals benefited from the training on personal development, communication, and leadership skills. And even today, as per my available information, Toastmasters International is the organization which holds the world record in marathon speaking, that with 127 hours happened in 2019 in New Zealand. Participating 381 members, so 381 speeches by 171 members. So we can do anything and everything, whatever we wish. October is, in fact, as I said, the month of Toastmasters celebrations. So here today, we, the clubs in Area 12, are trying to commemorate and celebrate the Toastmasters anniversary in a different way. I think if I say all these things, what the rest of the master of ceremony will do, right? Can someone look into the waiting room, please? The co-host. Our master of ceremony is the newly assigned DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster. And I thought when a DTM just newly become a DTM, the right place or the right thing to start with is assigning him the master of ceremony role. This leader leaves just footprints wherever he walks. And that we all have experienced in this almost 2.5 years of journey in Toastmasters, how he is. A traveler, an entrepreneur, an engineer. I don't know what all to describe this gentleman. You sum up all these things, and that is Distinguished Toastmaster Kilar Valiagar, today's Master of Ceremony. Join me in welcoming Distinguished Toastmaster Kilar Valiagar to take the show from here onwards. DTM Kilar, the floor is yours.
My gratitude for such a generous introduction, President, and greetings of the season. And congratulations, Senthamil Mantrangal and Falcon Toastmaster for conducting magnificently their meeting. Good evening, everybody. I always fascinated whenever it comes table topic. And I'm sure all of us extremely fascinated why some people are on the stage rocking and why some are not. Maybe some of our friends, they are extremely famous on rec and they are very famous on tours and they are a wonderful, wonderfully deliver jokes and engage people. But when they come to the stage, they are on the death crouch and start shivering and closing their mouths and drying the lips to say something. I always fascinated to looking into some people like Hisham Jipri when he's on the stage. Whatever question we ask, speeches comes as if we open a tap. Whereas some people, they are so famous and they fumble and wimble and whisper and start sweating. From this, we found out, we come up to conduct a show exclusively for table topic. Even there are some clubs in District 92, 105, exclusively on table topic to take away the fear, to take away all the preparations, and without preparing everything, they just come and start give some speeches. It's very interesting, right? So we always, think of something that happened, to take the hassle of preparing and just come to the stage and start trying speeches. And I'm sure table topic, if there is anyone who thinks that table topic is something that has to be deliver truly impromptu, which is not. It really required some practices, and it really requires great amount of preparation. So today, as the president said, we are making history. Like, we are getting one of the club which is started in 2018 December, one of the oldest language in the world, or we can say the oldest, with the power of the oldest language in the world. Again, merging with one of the oldest club in the island, which is very interesting, right? I believe so. So I was planning, like me and our president was planning to merge, to embed also the Arabic. Also, if it is possible, there is a Hindi club, Malayalam club going extremely well in District 20. We were also planning to join all these languages under one roof and conduct a meeting and deliver a speech in their own language and evaluate with their own language to understand people what is in and around going on in District 20. We have a plan and it will definitely work out. And today, this is a trial. We wanted to hear some Tamil speeches and beautifully crafted, but that will happen probably the next time. Well, today we have a champion speaker. He will try to teach us how he became a champion in impromptu, how he conquered the fear of public speaking, and how he eliminated his reluctance in coming out into public speaking. So quickly, before we go to, his session, I just want to ask my friend, my mentor, Distinguished Toastmaster Guhanathan, how did you conquer, table topics? You always smile when you call on stage. And how you keep smiling, even with the long, big mustache. How do you do that? 30 seconds. We'll further go. I just wanted to be more interactive and interesting. We don't just want to, even the master of ceremony assignment was an impromptu assignment. So let us be all impromptu. Let us support each other. And I just want to hear from you, how you still fit a smile when you're on stage. We see many times physically. We met a lot of time and we exchange so much of ideas. And what makes you still smile on stage?
Thank you, DTM Keller, my friend and philosopher. I'll tell you like that. I'll take this advantage. As DTM Keller said, whenever you come to stage, there should be a state of mind. Always think positive. Always I'll take a deep breath and come. If you come with a deep breath, one inner peace, inner strength will come. That always make this a practice. So if you come to stage and you take a inner deep breath and come to the stage with a smiling face, so that itself is one positive signal for any speeches. For take example.
Fantastic take, DTM Guhanathan. I really love that. A deep breath will make you, very peaceful on stage. Fantastic. It's really interesting. I just want to quickly go to Area 15 Director Srijit. He was making a series of speeches last month, probably 20 or more speeches in the month of September. And whenever we call him on stage for an impromptu speech, whatever the topic is, he just keep himself calm and composed and start giving speeches. And what does make you, Srijit, so cool and quiet on stage?
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies, DTM Keller, for that wonderful question to me. Yes, by nature, I'm a calm person, but I do have some inner anxieties when I talk, but what I normally do is when I get a table topic, I give a gap, understand the question, and start off with the first thought that comes into my mind. Then rest of it, I will just allow my speech and my words to go with the flow of the topic. So I never had butterflies in my stomach when table topics happen, but I do get butterflies when I'm asked to give a prepared speech. So that's the difference in my
Fantastic. Yeah, that is a great take, Sweet Area 15D. Thank you so much for that. I quickly would like to go to our last year champion of Area 12, which is Area 9 now, Gobidas. You've been always a man neck to neck to the topic. And you were giving, I mean, as a what we call a veteran trainer or a speaker in impromptu speeches. I witnessed maybe 15 or more, even in Tasca, in Senthamil, and in the contest, or when you were in a guest in Falcon. So what make you, I mean, to keep you quiet? Because today we are having only discussion about impromptu speeches. And we have a veteran speaker, Hisham Jifri, joining us later. So I just want to ask him, and what make this will give some fuel to today's speaker, and he will incorporate all these answers. We will go back to DTM Ponshangara later. Be ready there, sir. So Gobidas.
Thank you. Our healer, I will not say killer. Always, whenever he appears, he will provide some information. By taking the medicine from others, he will apply in a nice way. That I enjoyed with him. My message, when we quiet, we are focused. We are having a lot of senses active always. So let us be quiet to listen the topic, to think about the topic, so that what is in my treasury, I can deliver it in a best way. So I try to be quiet to improve this. That's all, my dear healer.
Thank you so much. Gobidas. You took it, and we are here to find why people are so quiet and be happy. So quickly we will go before that to DTM Ponshangara. Do you believe all these things what Gobidas was saying and Srijit saying and the veteran speaker Guhanathan was saying? Do you believe that? Is it true?
Dear energetic MC DTM killer, I definitely believe this because it is not Gopidas or Srijit is saying today. 2000 years before our Thiruvallur said this in Tamil. Idukkan varungal nagaga, meanings when you are facing any trouble, give a smile. So the topics are like troubles. So we smile and we get the good chances. Thank you. Back to you.
Ponshangara took us back to, I mean, BC, probably, I mean, 2000 years back. It was really interesting. So I hope this all, I mean, giving some gearing fuel to his topic of today's keynote speaker and workshop presenter. He is, when we were asking an intro, a brief intro of Hisham, and I was so interested to read that. Happy to be a Toastmaster. What is that? I mean, happy to be a Toastmaster. We all love to be a Toastmaster. And it is the first time I see someone happy to be Toastmaster and happy to call him for impromptu speaking. Happy to be in contest. It's really strange. I mean, we all been nervous and, you know, I mean, we so much, whenever we call in virtual meeting, the table topic session, we see that from 40, it comes to 20. And from 20, maybe 15. Last month, we had a joint meeting with PGF and one club from, Vellore Institute of Technology. We had 40 members. The moment the table topic session comes, it dropped down to 19 members. And the moment the question was asking, it further went down to 15. It is really strange, and we have to unveil why this is happening, I mean, when we call. And today, we have a happy to be Toastmaster to reveal and to teach us how to conquer table topic or impromptu speeches. He is a senior lecturer of the BIBF by profession. Well, I mean, he's very much, I mean, I feel that he is the one who should give us lecturing about this. A lifelong lover of reading by passion. Oh my gosh. Lives in constant amazement at the beauty of language and literature. Yes, he always amazed everyone on stage with his beauty and character in the language. First place in evaluation speech contest in District 20. My gosh, that's really amazing. Second place in humorous speech contest in District 20. Wow, isn't it simply amazing? Give him a big round of applause. I mean, without stopping, he's going second place in District 20 for international speech. My gosh. Second place in District 20 for table topic, DTAC 2021. So is he not eligible to give us an authentic speech on how to conquer table topic on public stage? Well, very much. He's the only one in District 20 for the time being to give us an authentic lecture or a practical lesson for how to conquer table topic. All the stage is to you. I mean,
No. Master of ceremony?
Yes,
we have
please.
A timer too. Timer.
Fantastic. Yes. It is one of the interesting job. Let me call the timer to give the timing criteria. Who is that, Hridya? None other than yes. Well, I just want to ask you to the floor. I mean, do you see any difference between the president and the timer today? Well, I think Srijit Raja want to say only the mustache. Yes. If president remove the mustache, you will see the timer. A beautiful girl. We always love, I mean, she to be with us. Daughter of our president, aspiring for IAS, one of the greatest profession in India. Well, let me call our timer to explain the criteria of today's role as a timer. I think she's practicing for ballet. Yeah. We don't hear you well. I think the Zoom machine still need, yes. If you don't unmute, we cannot hear.
We are not able to hear you.
Yes. Zoom still have to come up with some modern technology, you know, without unmuting to give your voice out. Hridya, are you okay with? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I was saying, Toastmaster Killa, I'm very upset with you. I was waiting for you to introduce me and you completely forgot me. How
No
can you
way.
do that?
I cannot imagine that.
Did you send your introduction to him?
Yes, this is why. Everyone was appointed impromptu.
He didn't even ask me for an introduction, but see, I'm very upset, okay? Because see, the thing is that when Toastmaster Killa introduces, he's with so confidence that it just, you know, spreads around. And I get the confidence, I get boosted up from just seeing him at the virtual screen. See, I'm complimenting you and you still forgot to introduce me.
No way.
Very
Nobody can.
okay. Okay. Now, okay, I'm the timer. And I'll time the table topic speeches and the workshop speech. I'll alert each speaker the time they have left by using the green, yellow, and red card. For the table topic speeches, the speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be using the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll use the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll use the red card. You'll get a grace time of 30 minutes, 30 seconds to wind up your speech. And for the workshop speech, at 15 minutes, I'll be using the green card. At 20 minutes, I'll be using the yellow card. And at 25 minutes, the red card. And you'll get an additional 5 more minutes to conclude your speech. At the end of these speeches, I'll give the timer's report. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Hridya. You were Mr. Hridya for some time. Hridya Pridambaran. I was just mentioning that the difference between the timer and president today, only the mustache. But yes, I was looking at you by the time, the mustache he was exchanging to you. Then you were scrolling me and frying me up. Enjoyed it. That is what is Hridya. And she's a pet of all falconers and the youngest in falconer. Great. Let us hear, let us all have this wisdom on table topics. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey, let us not wake up and give the thunder of applause. Let us all sit in the comfort. I am so afraid to stand up and give a thumbs up, because there was a question asked me 2 months back. What is the most difficult thing you face in recent time? I was looking here and there. I said, if anyone asks me in virtual meeting to give a standing ovation, imagine most of the men, they forget half of their body. They only careful on the top of it. So DTM Hisham, the floor is yours. I hope Anadatta Murali will not ask us to give a standing ovation.
Thank you very, very much, Brother Killer, DTM Killer, and Master of Ceremonies. I must say that it was such a warm introduction. This is the beauty of Zoom. Even though we are virtual in nature, that connection is really closer than it has ever been. Table Topics is copyrighted by Toastmasters International for very good reason. Because for me, Table Topics is practically the most applicable skill that you can take out of Toastmasters. Most recently, I applied Table Topics when I took an illegal U-turn in the Jufair roundabout, and the policeman asked me, where do you think you're going with an illegal U-turn? So in order to escape from that ticket, I had to use 30 to 45 seconds in order to convince him with all sincerity that there was an emergency that I was heading to, which was the case. Table Topics has given me an immense amount of enjoyment, and I want to share with you a couple of stories. The first one is, everybody has a plan. Everybody goes with a plan until you get punched in the face. Then, like a rat, you stop in fear and freeze. Mentioned by the person who was known as the baddest man on the planet, Iron Mike Tyson, the undisputed heavyweight champion in the world. Now, people may not go about punching you in the face in real life, not physical punches, but there may be a lot of verbal punches that are thrown at you. Table Topics helps you to build your armory with regard to building your skills to handle those verbal punches. Because remember, the best answers have to come as soon as the question is asked. But very often the best answers come the next day when we are in the shower, or when we are having coffee, or when we are driving to work. Table Topics gives us this skill. It gives us the gymnasium to exercise the muscle of impromptu speaking so that you are able to handle on your feet, off the cuff, off the bat, any question that comes to you. And this is a life skill. Why? Because you very rarely get a second chance to make a first impression. You very rarely get the same opportunity twice. And you very rarely get the opportunity to impress, because these opportunities are like butterflies. They come very softly, they land. If you stand around admiring them, the butterfly flies away. So this Table Topics skill is something that really helps you to build a skill, an ability, a competence that helps you to stand out among the rest. Some questions can be thrown at you. Some of the examples are you are at an interview and the interviewer asks you, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? This question probably will change in future too. In 2020, during the pandemic, what did you do? And what did you wear during the meetings? How will you answer? You had your year-end appraisal and your boss tells you, we are not promoting you, but we are giving you some extra responsibilities for no salary at all. How will you respond? You are at Lulu and someone asks you, excuse me, are the cabbages on discount today? How will you respond? You are at Sharaf DG at City Center and someone asks you, are you selling the iPhone cheaper than Jian Supermarket? How will you respond? Oh, you are daydreaming at a conference, maybe even DTEC. And then suddenly the MC asks you, how do you think we can solve this problem? How do you respond? As the theme today says, think, plan, go. And that is the essence of table topics. Each of the topics that I shared with you, each of the examples has happened to me in real life. Each of those questions were asked from me at one point or the other. So what I want to share with you is that these questions can be thrown to you. And it is up to you to take advantage of that opportunity to either create an impression, give the most positive answer, and then leave that moment better than it came to you. What we want to cover today is table topics. What's the game? What is the technique or the tip that you can use in order to ace table topics? We'll try testing it out, and then we will conclude for the day. The Latin word or the root of the word impromptu means without rehearsing. The root of the word comes from to be in readiness. The 1999 world champion of public speaking, Craig Valentine, after he won the world championship, once he landed in his hometown of Baltimore and he exited the aeroplane, he was holding his trophy, and then an old lady saw the trophy. She ran up to him and said, are you Denzel Washington? He said, no, I'm Craig Valentine. And then she said, World Championship of Public Speaking. Say something. Craig Valentine says, that's when I realized I can't get ready to speak. I have to stay ready to speak. Thanks to Toastmasters, we are able to build this skill of impromptu speaking. It means being able to communicate what you already think, what you already feel, what you already know, but to package it, put it together, tie a ribbon, and then present it in the best possible manner. That is the skill of table topics commentary. According to the judges' ballot, the table topics contest, when we hear it in this judges' briefing, it's a friendly contest to test the impromptu speaking skills that last from 1 to 2 minutes. In other words, with the grace period, you get 2 minutes and 29 seconds, and the topic will be of a general nature. Out of this, only the second one is true. You definitely get only 2 minutes and 29 seconds. You have no idea what the topic is going to be. And also, it is a contest. Steel can only be sharpened with steel. Diamonds can only be used to cut another diamond. So it is a contest. You will feel the tension. You will feel the pressure. But remember, the diamond comes. It is nothing but a piece of carbon that has been put into the most highest pressure that is known. If you want to get a result that's different to anybody else, you should be able to do something that's different to everybody else. And that is the nature of table topics. Everyone gets the same topic, but how do you put your unique spin on it so that you become a memorable memory in the minds of your audience? The one model that I always use, whether it is a club contest, whether it is a club meeting, whether it is an area, division, district contest, the one model that I have always used, and it has stood me in fantastic benefit, is the PREP model. And it stands for position, reason, example, and position. An easy way to remember this is when you're standing on that stage and you're listening for the topic, there's an idea that comes to your head. There's a feeling that comes to your heart. There's an emotion that hits your soul. And very often that tends to be the answer to your table topic. And why do we say this? Because time is at a premium in a table topics contest. It is the shortest duration of the speech, 1 to 2 minutes, and it is the shortest duration of thinking. International speech, you have a year to prepare. Humorous, you have a year to prepare. Even in evaluation, you have at least 5 minutes of note-taking time. But table topics, you don't have that luxury. So that emotion, that feeling, that thought that comes to you initially, most often than not, is to be your answer. But then you need to dig deeper. Why do you feel that way? What is the reason? There must be a fundamental that you tie the reason to. In other words, there must be a base on which you build your argument on. But having the starter and the main course doesn't complete the meal. You also need to have dessert. And very often, the dessert in table topics is the example. A story, a quote, an incident, an experience, an internet search, a discussion, a joke, whichever it is. Some spin, something special, something out of the ordinary that makes your table topic commentary unique. Because if you do what everybody does, you will get what everybody gets. If you want a different result, you should be willing to put in a different effort. And then finally, you end your commentary by repeating the position. Why? So that you prove to the judges, the audience, and to yourself that I was listening to the topic. If ever you are looking at table topics competitions, or even in a club contest, or even in a club meeting, observe how many times the question is actually addressed, or even 5 seconds after the question has been mentioned, how often the accurate question is repeated by the speaker themselves. This old statement that we have one mouth but 2 ears to listen with double the effort that we speak, it holds true in table topics. I was taught this method and I'm really thankful for it by a great gentleman called Distinguished Toastmaster Anil Menon in one of the table topics workshops that he did a few years ago. And this I have used in every single time ever since I learned this model. Now, how do you drill down a little further? How do you state your position? Remember, your opening should be attention grabbing. The easiest thing to do is say, Mr. Contest Master, thank you for that topic. It's a wonderful topic. But by that time, 10 seconds is gone. But remember, the first words that come out of your mouth should be part of your commentary. So it could be something as simple as I agree, I disagree. My thinking is, my feeling is, I remember. Start with your unique opening. And then remember that to transition into the body of your story, and that first transition is Mr. Contest Master or Madam Contest Master. So for me personally, I try not to open my table topics commentary with Mr. Contest Master or Madam Table Topics Master. I always try to craft an opening, even if it is 3 seconds or 5 seconds or 10 seconds, so that you start in a different manner, then you transition into the body of your speech. Then you've got to give a reason for why you feel that way. Once you open with the position, I agree, I disagree, I feel this is right, I feel this is wrong. Then you need to give the reason why. The reason I say this, because society has been impacted significantly. Now, one of the best examples I can think of is on Saturday, I received a table topics topic which said, capitalism unbridled is worse than socialism unbridled. I'm still trying to think of what my position on that is, because it was a tough topic and it is a topic for the ages, and countries have waged wars over this particular topic. But in table topics, you have to say what your position is. yes or no, good or bad, positive or negative, right or left, high or low, favorable or unfavorable, controllable or uncontrollable, internal or external. You have to say what your position is. And then you go about saying, the reason I say this is because I feel it is right, I feel it is wrong, I feel it is controllable, uncontrollable, your position and the reason behind it. So that's punch number one. Punch number two, then comes the knockout punch, the example. The most famous example and the most powerful example is a personal story, an anecdote. This happened to me because when I was 6 years old, this is what my dad shared with me, and it has stayed with me for the last 36 years. Or it could be a quotation from history, or it could be an historical anecdote. Abraham Lincoln once said, or it could be a story from a magazine in the December issue of The Economist, or 2 years ago, I remember reading the Toastmasters magazine, and on page 6, in the message that was given by the president of that time, DTM Mike Stocky, he said, remember the member. So if you are able to state your position, give the heartfelt reasoning why, and then solidify that reason with a story, an anecdote, a statistic, an example, then it shows that not only are you a master of the spoken word, not only are you a master of the topic that you listen to, but you are also a master of your philosophy that you have brought in over the last so many years. Because speaking is a conduit to your thoughts and your philosophy, and that speech should create a bridge between your thoughts and the minds and the hearts of the audience. Then finally, you step back and say, therefore, I agree or I disagree with this particular topic. And if you can finish with the exact topic, if you can finish with the exact wording of the topic, you leave the stage with your last words lingering in the minds of the audience and the judges who have now got their pens ready to mark the ballot. So this is the model that I use religiously, faithfully, all day, every day, if ever I am answering the table topic. Now, how do you know a car is good? You've got to get into the car and drive the car. So how do you know this model is workable? You've got to apply this particular model. So let's try an application. Topic number one, I want you to think really, really carefully. I'll give you 5 seconds. Do you like to eat chocolates or apples? Remember the model. Position. Do you agree or disagree? It's got to be yes or no. It can't be depends, or it can't be I am not sure in a table topics contest. So what is your position? It is I like to eat chocolates or I like to eat apples. R for reason. Why? I am a health fanatic, so I like to eat apples. Or I am a sugar junkie. I like the feeling of sweets. Why do you feel that way? Then you support it by giving a story. I remember when I was 3 years old, I fell and I damaged my knee and I couldn't stop crying. My mother, realizing that words would not cut the icing, she ran to the fridge and brought a purple color package, and she broke off a brown color square and put it in my mouth. As the brown square melted in my mouth, that started a lifelong love affair with chocolates. So if you are able to give a personal story, then that makes that topic your topic, and your story becomes the message that is taken by the audience. And then you go back and say, this is why I say I like to eat chocolates compared to apples. So you come back in the full circle, you tie the ribbon neatly, and you present it to the audience. I agree or disagree. The reason why I say that is this, and I remember the memory that I have is because of this story, and therefore this is the position that I stand on. So this is the application of the prep model. 1 is good, but 2 is even better. Now, as I mentioned, and this is something that I always believe in, if you want a different result, you should be willing to commit differently, sacrifice differently, study differently, connect differently, communicate differently. If you do what everyone does, you will get what everyone gets. Be unique, be creative, be different. Now, easy to say, difficult to do. Think back to the topic that we just spoke about. Do you like chocolates or apples? Now, how can you be unique or creative with this? If it was me, this is what I would do. Why do you have to choose between black and white, money and technology, male or female? The reason that we have conflict is because we have to make these choices. Sometimes distinction or differentiation is not required. Take the chocolate, melt the chocolate, apply it on apple. That's two birds with one stone. You get the health benefit of the apple, while at the same time, you get the beautiful round feeling of that chocolate going down your throat and the sugar kicks in. Isn't that a wonderful way to start the word, Mr. Contest Master? So always think of applying your own unique spin, because remember, why be a copy of someone else when you can be a first-class version of you? Because think about it, you are unique and no one on this God's green earth is better at being you than you. So be you. Apply a unique spin to your topic. I want to give you the chance to reflect on this. And I want to give you this next 10 seconds to apply the prep model to this topic. Because all of us won't be able to unmute and speak on this topic, but I want to give you 10 seconds to think and apply this prep model before you leave. Your topic is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. Your topic is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. What is your position? Do you agree or do you disagree? What is the reason that you agree or disagree? What is an example of where this quote applied to you? And then you come back and say, this is the reason why I agree or disagree. This simple model has stood in great benefit for me across 7 years of competing in the table topics contest. So I agree or disagree. The reason I agree or disagree is this. And to give you additional evidence of that opinion, here is a factual story. Here is an article. Here is a quotation. Here's an extract from a song. Here's a personal story. Here is what I read in the Toastmasters magazine. This is what my science teacher taught me. When my principal was twisting my ear, this is what he told me. That is evidential. And then you come back, tie the topic, and you present it to the audience as your unique commentary. In summary, impromptu speaking is a skill, and repetition is the mother of all skill. So practice, and perfect practice. Time yourself, observe the grammar, use body language, use eye contact, leverage your vocal variety. Impromptu speaking is a mindset. Be ready to speak, because as Toastmasters, we should be able to speak, whether it is for 30 seconds or 24 hours. Read, listen, observe. Impromptu speaking is an attitude. You have a choice. You can let the topic rock you, or you can make the choice to rock the topic. What will you do? Now, as always, we always like bonuses. And because this is 3 clubs, I can't do the regular workshop. I must give you at least something 3 times more than I usually do. So this part of the presentation has not been done for table topics anywhere before, and it is being done for the first time for you. So before the table topics contest, especially because in this virtual environment, your speaking skills might not be the reason why you win or don't win. Technology, internet, electricity, the battery cable, whether your earpod is charged or not, this can be a differentiating factor. The other day at a contest, I spoke without the earpods and I realized that the room that I was speaking in was echoing. So that might create an impression in the mindset of the judges. Now you must make that decision right now. You can't make that decision on the day of the contest. Whether you're going to use a microphone, wired or wireless, a headset, a laptop, microphone, whichever it is, you need to decide now. Are you going to use the webcam, an external webcam, or the camera on your laptop? And very, very importantly, you must discipline yourself to use the washroom before the contest. This has been taught to us from standard 1. And the last thing you want is while you're pressuring your brain to have additional pressure on your bladder. You don't need double pressure. The pressure of the topic is more than enough. Get rid of your phone. It is a contest. You don't see Usain Bolt taking a selfie and running in the 100 meters. You don't see Michael Phelps swimming and trying to send a text message. So then why should table topics contest be any different? Leave the phone for the day, for the half day, whichever it is. Bring all your focus to that laser point where you're entirely focused on the contest. Sip water, warm water if possible. The key word here is sip. Because if you get point number 4, which is sip, wrong, then point number 3, which is use the washroom, will go for a 6. So make sure that you sip, don't gulp, don't swallow. Sip warm water if possible. It is not a water drinking race. It is a table topics contest. As DTM Gohanathan said, breathe. Inhale from your nose, exhale from your mouth. Fill your lungs, keep filling them until you feel the breath in your diaphragm and you feel a pain here. Then you start exhaling, because that gives your voice power and that allows the pause to come through powerfully. Get into a calm state of mind. Don't think that I have to put this quote in, I have to put this statistic in. Don't try to remember the article that you read just before you came in. It is a topic. You have years and years of experience. You have thoughts, you have feelings. Put them in those 149 seconds. That's all that is required to do. During the contest, you will be in the isolation room. Now, if you're in evaluation, you know that the evaluation isolation room is very silent because everybody is practicing their evaluation because there is stuff to do. But in the table topics contest, everybody is very noisy because there is nothing to discuss. So generally, in my experience, the isolation room for table topics tends to be a little noisy. You must be ready for it. Once you come out of the isolation room, make sure that you are ready for the mic check. Nobody will allow you to talk immediately. They'll say, welcome, you'll have to stand for a little bit. Then the sergeant at arms asks you to check your microphone. They might ask you to say a couple of words. Sometimes it might be a full sentence. Now remember, you're thinking about the opening, what you're going to say. The sergeant at arms asks you to repeat another word. It can confuse. Be calm. Expect the unexpected. That is the whole purpose of table topics. Something will happen to put you off. But the greatest champions are able to use those roadblocks and rocks as the foundation for their success. And I ask you to do the same. Get centered, get into the middle of the screen, and then ask yourself, I'm here to do the best that I possibly can. And this time will not come again. This is the butterfly that flits in. Take advantage of that opportunity. Listen actively. Pause your mind, pause your eyes. Don't be looking at the roof. Don't ask yourself, okay, I need to replace that light. Don't think to yourself, the fan is going too fast. Somebody left the AC on. No. Don't allow your nose to sniff the tasty lunch that is being cooked. No. Listen actively with both ears, both eyes. Look at the facial expressions of the contest master. Listen with your brain. Listen with your heart. Listen with your mind. Allow the topic to touch you, because then you will be able to touch the hearts of the audience. The judges' ballot is split into 4. Content is 55%. Speech development is speaking about your opening, the transition to the body, the transition to your conclusion. Effectiveness is talking about how well you are able to connect your argument into a cohesive commentary. Are you able to add some value to the audience? That's 55%. In 2 minutes, can you give a dense commentary? Can you add some value, a different spin, something unique and different to the same topic? 30 marks is for physical appearance and delivery. You are a Toastmaster, meaning you are a brand ambassador, meaning every time you get up to speak, you should be the epitome of a public speaker. And a public speaker is an authority. A public speaker is the expert. A public speaker is someone who knows that they know and make sure that the audience will get to know what they know. Your voice is your tool. Whether you use it softly, whether you use it roughly, whether you use it really fast, or whether you use it really, really slowly is up to you. It comes with practice, but for me, it comes with the conviction of your message. The final 15 marks is for the use of language. Appropriateness, appropriate language and grammar, similes and metaphors, analogies and triads that add and further your message, and that usage of grammar, pronunciation, and word selection. This is why it's important to take roles in Toastmasters meeting. This last 5 marks is a combination of grammarian, R-counter, general evaluator. Because unless you observe, we don't see, and if we don't see, we will not learn. And if we don't learn, there is no way we are going to apply it into this judge's ballot. Bonus tip number 4 is the triple T. Think, talk, and time. You don't get a lot of time. So during the reading of the topic, discipline yourself to listen to the topic. And then in the first 10 to 30 seconds, you also have a little bit of time because you're still warming up to the topic. Talk with sincerity, with conviction, and very importantly, the best outfit that you can ever wear, confidence. Watch the lights. Lance Miller, the 2005 world champion of public speaking, said once that he delivered a district speech and he was sure he was going to win. He was having fun with the audience, the connection was created, the message was given, and he felt he was sure that he finished. As soon as he walked off the stage, he says, I saw the timer was in tears. He said, why? What is the problem? Why are you crying? It can't have been so bad. And she says, you went over time by 1 second. So disqualified at the district contest by 1 second. Time will not be merciful. Bonus tip number 5, a personal story adds X factor to your table topics commentary. Sometimes it comes easy, sometimes it comes hard. Very often, it doesn't come at all. But don't force your table topics commentary. There is a situation where there is a case for you to establish a story file. 15, 20, 25 signature stories that you have that is always in your back pocket that you may or may not want to use. Bonus trick number 6 is something I learned a few weeks ago from that great champion Toastmaster Jiju Verghese. And he said that one way he practices table topics is when he is listening to the radio or TV for a commentary, he tries to answer that question, an interview question or a question that is being asked on a talk show. He tries to answer the question himself. And that is a great way to apply table topics practice. Our founding father, Dr. Ralph C. Smedley says, the unprepared speaker has the right to be afraid. You cannot afford to be unprepared for table topics. If you are to excel at table topics, you've got to prepare. And that preparation will make you stand out from the rest of the competition. This is one of my favorite quotes. Lou Holt says, life is 10% about what happens to you, but 90% about how you respond. When a table topic is given to you, you have a moment to respond. How will you respond? Thank you for having me. Thank you. Good luck. God bless you. And I wish you every luck. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
What an outstanding delivery by Hisham. Well, I'm 100% sure and convinced he is the only one who can give such an elaborative session on for such a topic. Now, today we have learned quite a lot, and I'm sure Hisham will be so afraid that so many of the champions here presented over will take the secret how you reach as a champion and will definitely compete with you and be afraid of them. Well, I have some questions which is yet to be shoot. I requested participants to ask if you have any valuable, interesting question straight to our champion speaker, and he's ready to answer that. So Cage, he was raising his hands up. He was also a champion in South Africa. Cage, are you there?
I am here, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. I didn't raise my hand. However, I must comment and say, what an amazing presentation. That was
Indeed.
fantastic. That was, I mean, you kept me glued to the screen from the moment you started until the way you ended. And I think that maybe I should talk to most clubs, even the division this side in South Africa and Botswana, to invite you to give that world-class presentation. That was amazing. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.
You have to book well in advance, Cage. Probably whoever watching
I
this
agree.
might,
I agree.
yes, certainly, certainly. He's the only one in District 20 for the time being. And I think Cage is already conquered, and he listening his expertise. He's a champion in KCA, going to contest in area and division, and probably with Hisham in the district. Who else is there to shoot the valuable question to our champion Hisham?
This is not a question, but I want all of you, whoever is interested to book Hisham for presentation, please contact his secretary, Murli Manohar, who will plan his schedules. Thank you, and over to you.
Well, fantastic. Is there any fees that we have to pay in advance through benefit, Mr. Secretary?
We will discuss that offline.
Oh, well, fantastic. You are still to set the price. Definitely. Yes, he's going to insert that straight. Certainly is our 89. He was planning to raise the hand and put his hand down. Do you have any interesting thing to ask him quickly? We have 5 more minutes. Or anyone else? I can see some hands were raised before, but and it is down now.
I would like to ask,
Yeah.
DTM Hisham Jeffrey, it is not just table topics, but I see you as a victorious person in the international as well as in evaluation contest. Is there something lacking, or you need to prepare for humorous? Because how it would be like you are like we have one Hindi movie like that. How it would be, you are the best, the District 20 champion of humorous contest, DTM Hisham Jeffrey, champion of District 20 for evaluation, DTM Hisham Jeffrey. Table topics champion of District 20, Hisham Jeffrey, and international contest, District 20 champion, Hisham Jeffrey. I want to know that when you will be a champion in humorous.
Yeah, I have crossed that bridge. I did get to second place in the district 2 years ago.
Well, so there is no area that he...
No, I want to know how you are able to maintain in all the contest. What is the thing which you can shoot for people like me? I am in Toastmaster now for 9 years. Let me confess to all of you, I have never been to any contest. Unfortunately, because from the time I joined Toastmaster, I've been only in the leadership roles. So I've never been a contestant in any contest. So can you motivate people like me so that from next year I can stop working on leadership and start improving or working on my personal speeches?
October of 2014, around 3 o'clock in the morning, I was not falling asleep. While I was doing some work, I decided to check Facebook. And on Facebook, there was this small post that said, Sri Lankan becomes the first Asian to win the World Championship of Public Speaking. I thought that was a great thing. A couple of weeks later, there was a notice that was sent to me on WhatsApp saying World Champion of Public Speaking, Dhananjay Hettiarachchi, is visiting Bahrain. I was not a Toastmaster at that time, but it was a free Friday, so I decided to visit. And while I was seated on the corner of the third row of the Bahrain Society of Engineers, the world champion Dhananjay asked this question: how many of you want to become the world champion of public speaking? 450 people raised their hand, but I didn't raise my hand. I had no idea what this meant. I had absolutely no clue. Event finished. And then I thought, this is something good, something that can impact me, because I speak to people every day by being a professional trainer. I visited the Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters, and looking at that environment of support, looking at that culture of learning, and looking at that bond of brotherhood and sisterhood, that's what actually motivated me to take part in all 4 of the contests. Because I thought that if you can gain something from one thing, why not do more things to gain more things? So by taking part in all 4 contests, there has been a symbiotic benefit in every single contest. One of the things that I have seen is that when you take part in competitive table topics, it helps you in your international speech, and it tremendously helps you in humorous speaking, because humor in a great amount of times is spontaneous capturing of the moment. When you focus on competing in evaluation and you push yourself to the edge, then who better to evaluate your own humorous and international speeches? And when you immerse yourself in international speech and you go deeper and wider and more into speechcraft, invariably your evaluation, humorous and table topics will benefit also. And in this day and age, with pandemic and COVID-19, where the only tool we have to contribute to connect is this communication method, what better reason, what better opportunity, what better challenge than to compete in all 4? Because at the end of this, if you are able to connect humorously, spontaneously, in a well-evaluated manner with inspiration and motivation, imagine where DTM Murli Manohar will be. Compete in all 4. Tall tales, table topics, compete consistently, compete sincerely, and the benefit will be immense. I hope to see you on stage, sir.
Thank you so much, Hisham. That was really a wonderful take. And another, we want, DTM Anna, we want you to be continuously leading the organization. Please, for the time being, or at least for a few years, be there and lead us. Because Toastmasters International, it has 2, equally powered different window to advance in public speaking. The second one, advance in leadership skill. So we want you as a leader, lead this organization in a way with a unique and innovative style. We see most of the leaders, for years, leading in the same path. We would like to see you there and leading us in a different path. So, and don't be a competitor for Hisham. Probably he's so afraid now. He give you all the weapons to attack him. And let us not attack him, like there are Cage and Adira Menon she was keeping her hands up all the time. Adira, are you there? We don't see you. If you have any question, please.
I'm here. Thank you, Toastmaster Killer. First of all, I would like to thank DTM Hisham for his very valuable input, commendable presentation. Of course, I remember being one of the participants, and I was competing in the last years, I believe, in division contest with DTM Hisham, and it's indeed a pleasure to know your secret today. I'm sure I'll try my best to use this, but I have one question which I would like to ask, and that is, as you explained in your presentation, that it is better to include some kind of personal story related to our own personal issues. If we can add it, it would be great. But what if we do not have any experience that is relatable to the topic? So how do you handle such topics where you do not have any personal experience to share?
That's a great question. And the reason why I have included that is one of my greatest challenges. Because most of the time, I like to teach rather than speak. So in a lot of the commentaries that I make, it is a dissection of the topic and a lesson at the end. And for me too, a personal story sometimes is very difficult to come through. With personal stories, I see two things. The first one is you consciously build a storehouse of stories. In other words, you are constantly thinking of what happened to you over a period of time. And this really helps if you are an international speech contestant, because you're always looking for topics, you're always digging for stories, you're always reflecting on what happened to you. So if that happens, then that feeds in really well. That process is very complementary for the table topics as well. The other way is that you are very, if you're used to meditating or if you're very connected to your inner being, then in that 10 seconds of silence, in that 10 seconds of thinking, the chances of you thinking of a story is much higher. So both of these, being connected to who you are and being really authentic, and number two, reflecting on what has happened to you on a regular basis, it helps you to then build up that awareness of the stories that you have. So I hope that answers your question.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, DTM Hisham. Thank you.
Well, great question and wonderfully answered, DTM Hisham. Again, he's proving that he's a veteran. Well, yes, I really admire, especially the topics and the tips. Finally, you give us, like, before we go to the room to, conquer the table topic, go to washroom, throw your phone. What an interesting and amazing tip. It is one of the best that I will take away, take home. And drink warm water, breathe slowly. He was repeating what DTM Guhanadhan was saying. Get into a calm state. It is really amazing. I think I've never been to have witnessed such a workshop. And today, let us recognize this great gentleman by giving an appropriate reward. And definitely the trophy will follow. But before that, I will let the president to share his certificates of appreciation for this unique presentation. I think it is the first time he's giving such a great presentation, and I'm sure he has spent really a lot of time and to attend us and prepare this presentation. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster, veteran speaker, champion Hisham Jifri, for your wonderful time. And finally, yesterday, you were about to be a champion in the world. And we all were praying for that beautiful moment here. What happened to you and what was the question? And like what Adira was asking, could you manage to, cope up to bring a personal story into that? And what was, if you can quickly unveil, and we will pass on further. Yes, please.
That was the contest for all of the district table topic champions of the world. It started with 70, it went down to 48, and then it became the top 12. So it was the semifinals and the finals yesterday. So the topic that it's actually a unique contest. It's a table topic debate. So two contestants are pitted against each other. So it was me versus a young lady from Australia. The topic is given. Also, you are not told when you are competing. You are not told who you are competing against. You don't know which order it is. And also you don't know whether you are opposing or proposing the topic. And also you have to use the word of the day that is unique for that particular topic as well. So the topic given was the topic that I mentioned to you, which is capitalism unbridled is worse than socialism unbridled. And the word of the day to be used was crazy. So you get 10 seconds to think about it. And then you don't know who goes first. The moderator tells you you have to go first. So I had to go first. So the approach I took was capitalism unbridled is not worse than socialism unbridled, simply because it focuses on the entrepreneurial spirit, which is for everybody. But socialism focuses on giving a lot of power to a little people. So the chances of it going wrong is much higher. Unfortunately, I could not prevail, but hopefully next time.
Well, Hisham, this question, when we hear, we start, our hearts start throbbing, and you probably could hear the voice. if everyone unmute themselves. Winning is not always, I mean, something interesting, but failing is really interesting, because fail is always the first attempt of learning. And I'm sure, I mean, you will conquer the world champion of public speaking, as well the world champion of impromptu speaking. Thank you so much, Hisham. And this is a time, I mean, we have to introduce another gentleman, a great gentleman, Area 9 Director, my friend, my ally in many things, who is, I mean, an expert in travel and tourism industry. I mean, stays most of his time in Hawar Island. I don't know where he's staying now. I mean, he's addressing us, maybe from Hawar. And he is doing his official Area 9 address, I think properly for both clubs. I mean, two birds at one bullet. So let me welcome Area 9 Director Sijo Anthony for his words of wisdom and his official address.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and most beautiful guests. I always call my wife to attend the Toastmasters meeting. Not to join the Toastmasters, but to at least hear these introductions. You know, it may not be possible, nor it's not normal to hear all this. It can be here only in Toastmasters meetings, right? Yes, a couple of weeks back, a president of Falcon Toastmasters contacted me and asked me, let's do something different in District 20. Let's think unique. We should give something different. Different result, different efforts we need to make under this district. Can we have a joint meeting under Area 9? And that is a friendly table topics contest. Wow, that's an amazing idea. We should implement it. I strongly supported him. And it was planned in a Friday afternoon. But because of some time constraints and some clubs has some other obligations, we planned this 24th October warm evening from 7:30 to 9:30. And we had a very resource person to do a presentation, DTM Hisham. We all know the Taj Mahal, one of the wonders of the world, is not been built in a one day. It's been built day by day. Efforts were there, bricks by bricks, and a lot of efforts. At the end, there was one wonder of the world, the great Taj Mahal. Same way, we have Toastmasters. We have come here to develop our communication skills, to develop our confidence level. We all know if we don't jump into the swimming pool, we won't be able to swim. Now, we all Toastmasters have ended in Toastmasters International to develop our communication skill, to improve our confidence level. This is the time we have developing our confidence level. If you want to change the things, first of all, you want to change the way you look at the things. Now, we all Toastmasters look at things with confidence, with a positive approach that we can answer anything with a different approach and different efforts. Today, this is the aim of this joint meeting, a friendly table topics contest as well as a presentation how to do our table topics. I believe all the members are participating in this event will benefit from this great event. And thanks to Falcon President and Senthamil President Toastmaster Marudhu for this great efforts and put into practice, put into effort this great evening. All the Toastmasters joined here. We can see their faces. They have achieved something to take away from their home. Thank you, Toastmasters. Thank you, Presidents. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Killer, DTM Hisham. Thank you so much. And back to you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you so much.
That was our one and only Area 9 Director, Sijo Anthony, delivering from Hawar Island, probably. You did not mention that. Well, I mean, you remembered many things. So let us continue the journey. We have another veteran Toastmaster with a 30 centimeter wide mustache. Distinguished Toastmaster Guhanathan is there. I mean, he was just, before that, I just want to ask the timer. How was our timing today? Timer Hiddi, are you there? Yes, I'm so afraid. Yeah. Well, we have a unique voice, Hridya. I think we should ask President to continue from there.
Yes, Toastmaster of the day. We started at 7:30 and it is 9:06 now. So I think we can quickly go to the table topic to exhibit what we learned today.
Timer has some internet issue, I think.
Yes, yes. I mean, she joined from India. Probably it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So expected.
It's rainy, so because of that, she
Yes.
is not able to.
So President is solely responsible for that. Hridya Pidambar. Well, do you have the timing report, President?
Yes, it was DTM Hisham. The time allotted was like 31 minutes was the time taken. So we exceeded by questions and all. It's okay, no issues at all. Now let us move to the table topic. And in case if the timer is not able to show the signals, I will be there as a stand-in timer to support the thing.
Please.
But you are sitting. But you are sitting, President.
Well, I mean, that is why we said, DTM Anna, be there and lead us. Timer, I think you can mute yourself. I mean, we will go beyond with Mr. Timer. President, well, we have to run the next round of the show. Purchase manager at Yateem Oxygen. See, people, we all are, whatever the oxygen you get, it is under, by his permission. I mean, wherever you get oxygen, yes, he has to permit it. And past Area 12 Director, mentor of Senthamil Toastmasters Club. Wow. Former president of Medley Bahrain Toastmaster Club. Sergeant at Arms in Senthamil Toastmaster Club. Member of Tasca Toastmasters Club. And his great hobby is reading books and giving jokes to us today. Let us have this gentleman to take the show to the next round. And I will request both president to extend the time towards end of his session. So let us enjoy his wondrous impromptu session. Whatever we learn, prep and twist, throw the phones, go to the toilet, relax and breathe. Let us have distinguished Toastmaster as table topic master today. Floor is yours, DTM Guhanathan.
Thank you, DTM Killer. It makes me, what do you say, the emotional, the introduction, what you have given to me after a long time. Yes, so actually we are running short of time. We are about to close the meeting on 9:30. Anyway, we'll rush. We'll restrict our topics, the number of topics anyway. Just I'll pick up who were there. So I think now the total members is 22. Anyway, I'll adjust in such a way that the numbers.
DTM Guhanathan, I forwarded the list of who all are volunteered earlier. No, during the meeting was going on, so I forwarded you a list. If you can see your WhatsApp, fine. Start from Toastmaster Srijit Raja, Toastmaster Balamurugan, Toastmaster Mona, Toastmaster Manisha, Toastmaster Cage, Toastmaster Kandi. Let's see, Toastmaster
Yeah.
Gopidas, Adi Ramanan.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah.
There is a series of Toastmasters voluntarily. I think it is the first time, probably. Most of the time we see from 25 to 15, and no one fall down and they are there. Please.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, just I'll start with this thing. Maybe I'll restrict to maybe 6 topics. I'll select and then the volunteers, whatever available. So let me shoot out the topics. The first topic is, everybody ready? Just I'll pick the people over as a volunteer. Which invention had the greatest impact on humankind's ability to share ideas? I'm repeating the topic. Which invention had the greatest impact on human's ability to share ideas? The topic goes to DTM Srijit Raja. Srijit Raja, please comment.
Talking about inventions that have made a huge impact in the exchange of ideas, I feel that the invention of the computer was the biggest one. David Topic Master and fellow Toastmasters, good evening. Yes, the computer was the greatest invention of all time that helped us exchange ideas across the world. Today, we are a breed of multinational people spread across the world and still in connection with each other through this magical platform called the Zoom online meeting, and thanks to the invention of the computers. It was invented by Charles Babbage, and I'm earning a living out of it. However, more than this, our ability to use the computer is the most important part of everything. My own example dates back to the time I started my career. I never even knew how to switch on a computer in spite of having a postgraduate degree in computer applications. And I never knew that computers would play such a major part in my life, not only in terms of my profession and my bread and butter, but also in terms of exchanging ideas, knowing about what Toastmasters is all about, etc. So overall, the greatest invention for information exchange is always the computer. Thank you, and back to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srijit Raja. Now we'll go to the next topic. It will go, yeah. How can people become better communicators in their daily lives? How can people become better communicators in their daily lives? The topic goes to Toastmaster Cage. Toastmaster Cage, are you there?
Toastmaster Cage is here. How can people become better communicators in their daily lives?
Yes.
Well, that's an easy one. The first thing is to open your mouth and actually try and speak. Mr. Table Topics Chair, ladies and gentlemen, there's a saying that says you can take a donkey to a river, but you can never, ever make it drink. That's right. There's a lot of people in this world that I know, including you and myself, that have given amazing speech in their showers. Perhaps a good one, even a better one in the car. And sometimes when you're alone taking a walk, there's a beautiful speech that no one ever hears but yourself. But you see, opening your mouth is just the beginning. You now have to convey the message to someone, whether it is by telephone, whether it is by writing, or whether it is by verbally. The first thing that you must make sure you do is you actually try and speak. Once you do that, remember that practice makes perfect. The first attempt might be a silly one and it might be embarrassing. The second attempt might be a bit more because now you've learned and discovered your verbal crutches, too many R's, O's, or maybe the unnecessary use of the word actually. And then you will remember or learn how to create or structure of the speech. Whether it is a letter, remember there will be the introduction, remember the body, and of course, remember the conclusion. When I was 3 years old, I said to my mother, one day I want to be a preacher and stand in front of the crowd. And she said to me, the first thing you must learn to do is learn when to speak and learn how to speak. It has been my venture ever since then, ladies and gentlemen. And I say to you, if you want to be a better communicator, you've got to get out there, open your mouth, and start speaking. Mr. Contest Chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Cage. Yep, we'll go to the next topic. It goes to, now I'll shoot out the topic. What's your memorable book from the childhood? What's your memorable book from the childhood? The topic goes to Toastmaster Balamurugan.
Memorable book. Always I cherish the memories from the book what I carry. Respected table topic masters, I have many memories about the books in my life. I started my career, I started to enjoy my life, I started to enjoy my journey by carrying the books, reading the books. How I got this to habit, my mother is a great reader. She always wants to read. She taught me to get into the books. She led me to the books. When I started reading, I got many books, but the memorable book when you ask, the great poet who died in the age of 39, the Bharatiyar. He's a great poet. He died on the 39th age, but he put his life in the letters and the poems, whatever he made. He made me a good speaker. Even today I am thinking whatever I achieved, whatever I have reached in my communication life, in my writing poems and the society, that's because of that book, Bharatiyar Kavidaigal. He put his life into his poems. That made me so memorable. And even today, wherever I go, whoever I meet, I take him as an example. I take his poems as an example. I try to go and tell those poems. Whenever those poems comes out from my heart, I get more energy. I take a new dimension. I always grow in the levels. That's you, all the people who knows me, they must be knowing very well. When I go to the stage, when I want to talk about Bharatiyar, when I talk about that book, I get different energy. That is the memorable book, Bharatiyar Kavidaigal. I recommend you, all of you, to get into that books and read some poems. Definitely you will get more energy. You will become a better and the best communicator in the world. Thank you. Over to the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Balamurugan. The next topic. What are the essential elements of being a great boss? What are the essential elements of being a great boss? The topic goes to Manisha. Toastmaster Manisha, are you there? I think she's not there. Okay. I will transfer it to Adira. Is there? Adira?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, Adira, you can comment.
Thank you, table topic master. Fellow Toastmasters, a very good evening. What are the qualities that would make a great boss? Well, I would like to install these qualities in my boss because I definitely want him to give me a raise. I definitely want him to give me more holidays and not call me on public holidays to come and work. I definitely want him to give me a better chair to sit on so that I can comfortably sit and do my job. I would definitely want him to shorten my working hours so that I could have a very good sleep in the morning and come at a reasonable time that I wish to go for the job. Nevertheless, keeping all these apart, what I basically believe this table topic mainly means is what is the quality of a leader. And the true quality of a leader is how he knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. And this is said by John C. Maxwell, as we already know. So a true leader should always know his vision. He should envision it and show the right direction to his team members to go in that way, and also guide all the members to lead in that way. And that is the true meaning of a true leader. He should believe in the spirit of team effort. He should believe that he alone is not the one who is responsible for the victory, but it is him and his team who could lead together and bring about a result to any circumstances that they face. So a true leader, not a boss, a true leader is somebody who can believe in his team and who can lead his team. That's all. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adira. Okay, let's pass on to other topic. I'm talking about the ethics part. Is it ever okay to lie? Is it ever okay to lie? This topic goes to Toastmaster Gobidas. Toastmaster Gobidas, the stage is yours.
Mr. Table Topic Master, are you allowing me to say truth or lie?
It's up to you.
Now I will tell you lie or truth. It depends on the output. You may say lie, whereas the output is not favorable to anyone, either the receiving guy or the giving guy. Now, when I say truth, both communicator as well as receiver, leader as well as boss, both get damaged. For example, when I come to my home, I say lie to my wife. I did blah, blah, blah this, because of this, I have done this. That moment I satisfied. But later, when she come to know I did lie, she's going to believe any of my truth. So one simple drop, it's like a poison. It will damage the full bottle. Your life, when you say one lie, you have to add many multiple things to support your bad lies. I do lie, I have to bring many things to support my lie. I don't want this lie life. Truth always pain, but in the end, we will get gain. Lie always give life short time, but it never gives what is the purpose of the life. So decide whether I am lying or saying truth. But always I want to align with truth in all possible ways. It has to give the proper output to the receiver as well as the communicator. Thank you so much. Always let us align with the truth.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gobidas. The last topic, because of the time crunch, I'm making this as a last topic. The topic is, how do you deal with fear in your life? How do you deal with fear in your life? The topic goes to DTM Mona. DTM Mona is there?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
So how I will deal with fear in my life. Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster, and guest. Yeah. Fear is something that will make you freeze in your place and don't know what to do. So many experience in my life I had everywhere. Even now, I'm experiencing fear if I'm doing something new or I'm trying a new experience in life. So what I will do is I have to keep in mind that there is something good will happen from this new experience. Even if it didn't go as well as it's supposed to be, or I succeed on it, it's an experience that I will learn from, that I will get to know what to do in the future. That I have to keep the positive thing in the front of me, not the negative thing, and think that this would lead to my success at the end. Even the life struggle can give you a nice lesson that would give that will push you ahead to reach to a new goal, or to keep a new goal in your life. So I think how to go ahead and face your fear is by keeping a positive mindset and going ahead and trying this fearful experience and see the result and learn from it, and again do it in another way with another plan, so you will succeed. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Nitya. Thanks. So now, with that, I'm handing over the stage to Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Killer Valiakar. This ends the session. Thank you.
Thank you so
all.
much. A million thanks to distinguished Toastmaster, Table Topic Master Guhanathan, for conducting these shows in such a magnificent way. I have a quick question to Table Topic Master. All the 6 speakers, they were using one method, which they really experienced from the workshop of DTM Hisham. And do you recognize which method they use in answering their questions?
Yeah, they are very calm. This only I noticed, because I think they followed this practice. In my perspective, I saw. That's it.
That's right. Fantastic try, distinguished Toastmaster Guhanathan. Yes, they were so calm and composed. They throw away their phone. I think they went to the washroom before they appeal the questions. And they even took some hot water, probably. And what I observe, they all use mostly, when you ask question, which invention was the greatest invention to exchange idea to Srijit? He used the very same prep method. What was his position? Example, his own life example, position. Again, I mean, he come back to the same method what Hisham was narrating throughout his workshop. Then when you ask, how can people become better communicator in their daily life? Cage was thrashing. Open your mouth and start speaking. That is the only way. It was really fantastic. And he was again using the same method, prep. Very interesting. Applaud to Hisham. Then when you ask the question, what is your memorable book from your childhood? I really admire Bala. He had a book, at least to say, from his childhood until today, and even he hand over to us that, I mean, a man, a great poet who died on the age of 39, Bharadiyar Kavidagal. Yes, I mean, I will certainly go through that, Kavidagal to learn what inspired you until today. When again, it was the same method, prep, enjoy it. Then when it goes to the question to Adira, like what are the essential elements of a boss has supposed to possess? Well, she was giving a great list of her wish to be a boss. And I don't think when she's on that chair, she will permit. I wish her boss were here, you know, to just incorporate these things in the next take. And again, she was used the same method. When it comes to Gopidas, is it ever okay to lie? He did a little twist on his, and it was unique. And he proved, I mean, he said to all of us, no, we should not lie. It's not okay to lie. Fantastic, Gobidas. Again, he used this method, prep. And how do you deal in the fear in your life? And Mona, I was thinking this is Mona Ka because I didn't see her the video. So he again attempted extremely well and used the same method. Hats off, Hisham Jeffrey, and you had a great observation. Actually, I wanted to ask these questions to you, Hisham, also, but still, I think we need an extension, President, Mr. President. We might need 10 minutes extension, probably. I think, is that fine, Hope?
Yes, sir. 10 minutes max, because now you have to quickly hand over to the.
Yes.
President for the
So I request President to grant a 10-minute, both President for an extension.
Yes.
Yes, motion approved. Yes, approved. Thank you so much. So, I mean, just quickly, Hisham peeped up and he came off. I mean, yes. How did you feel all these questions, distinguished Toastmaster Hisham? How did they incorporate the knowledge, the wisdom you have passed to them? Did you feel that?
Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. The one thing that I really felt with all the speakers was they were very sincere, they were very authentic, and they left something of them on the screen. And I really felt that each one was giving something specific, whether it was a boss, whether it was a book, whether it was a personal philosophy, or whether it was a personal learning from the computer. So it's very rare that I would remember 4 examples from the 6 table topic speakers. So I thought that they have assimilated it really well. I really hope that they will take it to the next level as well.
So all of them, I mean, they try to incorporate their life story with that. And I'm sure, and do you afraid there will be a competitor for you in the next level?
I welcome it.
Well, this is very interesting. And I'm sure that you have more weapons to attack and conquer these competitors. Well, that was an interesting and encouraging session. Distinguished Toastmaster Guhanathan and Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey, and addressed by Area Director. It was a great show, and congratulations once again to Falcon Toastmaster and Senthamil Solvender Pervengal. Malay Wanakam. Back to you, President Pidambaran. Probably you can ask the time, and because you are handling the time. Yeah.
Master, timer, you need to take the report from the timer, and closing to Toastmaster Marudu Pandian, the President of Senthamil.
Fantastic. So let me ask Mr. Acting Timer, President Pidambaran, can you give the timing report for
no,
the table
take
topic?
the report from the real timer.
Oh, are you ready?
Take the report from the
Vidya, thank you so much to see you back. Welcome back.
Yeah, okay. I'll go.
Yeah.
Tell the report. We had a total of 6 speakers. Speaker 1. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you very well. So the speaker number 1, Srijit, 1 minute 58 seconds, and speaker number 2, Cage, 2 minutes 5 seconds, and speaker number 3, Bala, took 2 minutes 10 seconds, and speaker number 4, Adira, took 1 minute 50 seconds, and finally the last speaker, Mona, has taken 1 minute 45 seconds. So is there any poll for voting, President? Are you ready for that?
No, there is a panel of silent judges to evaluate it, and that is.
Sorry for the interruption. My time has not spelled out.
Oh, sorry.
It is 1 minute 48 seconds. I recorded the time parallelly,
yes,
so I have the
exactly.
I saw up to red 1 minute and 48 seconds only. Parallel is, I don't know what color.
No, you were, we had an issue with our timer, so maybe you were noticing her at that time. You are qualified, Gobidas. Probably we will try, we will work on, something differently with the judges for you to come out. Yes. The result, I think I will hand over to the president, the veteran, the vibrant president of Senthamil, Solvender, Perwai. Marudhu Pandyan, President Marudhu, are you there? Let me hand over the podium to you and declare the winners as well as adjourn the meeting and also to take comments from the guest. So back to you. So it is not back to you, but to you, President Marudhu Pandyan.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, for your wonderful conducting this so well. Area 9 Director, Toastmaster Sijo Anthony, Falcon Toastmaster President, Toastmaster Pidambaran, Immediate Past Area Director, DTM Kyler, and our workshop presenter, DTM Isam Jifri, and fellow Toastmasters. Good evening to all. Hope you all enjoyed this synergized meeting. Both of our club members' energy became a synergy. Please give a big round of applause for our success. Well, we are already running out of time, so it's a time to honor the winners. Of course, everyone here is a winner and to be honored. Now let's.
Toastmaster Marudhu Pandyan, just give me 30 seconds more. I am preparing the certificates. So just give me 30 seconds more.
Okay, take your time. Take your time. Yes. The whole session was very fruitful, and also we are in the contest season. So most of our club members, they got benefited by our DTM Gisam Jeffrey's wonderful presentation about the wisdom on table topics. And following that, the TT session conducted by our distinguished Toastmaster Guganathan in a well-organized manner. And he has 6 topics, and our commenters also, they did well on the topic. And this our Master of Ceremony, DTM Kailar Valiyakat, he delivered a very good show, and he make this evening very fun. And I thank you for his wonderful presentation. The gratitude is one of the most important virtues. So I will start to thanks all the whoever began this event. My big thanks to those who think about this meeting. I mean, thought for this meeting. My sincere thanks to those who planned for this wonderful meeting. My gratitude to everyone in this meeting room, and I wish you all go more and more levels in your Toastmaster journey. Today, the theme, think, plan, go. This meeting happened based on this theme. Once again, I thank MC, our Master of Ceremony, for this theme. Even we are running out of time, those who are still, they are continuing with us, because we start the meeting with, I think, 23 members, and it's go to 26. Now still the 22 members are staying with us. That's a great thing. This is the very big success for this meeting. From my bottom of heart, I thank all of these members, those who are all staying with us still. Meanwhile, the President, our result is ready.
Yes, the certificate is ready and I shall share it on the screen. We selected, there was a panel of 5 judges unknown in this team. So the best 3 is selected, starting from 3. So I shall share the screen starting from 3 with the permission of our topic master and the master of ceremony. Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now let's call our best winners. Once I will announce the first, second, or third place, you will. Okay.
Yes, the third place.
The third place. Okay, the President Pidambaran, you can announce that one by one.
Third place is Toastmaster Balamurugan. Congratulations, Toastmaster Balamurugan. The second place goes to any guess? Yes, here it is, Toastmaster Srijit Raja. And of course, the winner for today is Toastmaster. Who is that? Toastmaster?
Cage.
Cage. Yes, DTM Cage. Congratulations to all the winners. And of course, I will share this certificate to all of you individually by email or by WhatsApp share. Back to you, President.
Thank you, President Toastmaster Pidambaran. And actually today,
there is one more certificate for the timer because that was only timer as well as the table topic master. I will share to them personally. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
And master of ceremony too. Yes. Master of ceremony too.
Thank you, President. With this fulfilled mind, I would like to adjourn the meeting. Is it okay? Because already we are running out of time. Okay. Here I adjourn meeting number 67 of Senthamil Sulvendar Peravai and meeting number 449 of Falcon Toastmasters Club. Thank you. Hope to see you all again. Good night. God bless you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.